Welcome back to a brand new episode of Charm City Beat. We are live. The winning streak continues, and we're coming home, baby. We're back in Baltimore this weekend against the Jets. But let's talk about last week's game first and foremost. Actually, before we start, don't forget to like and subscribe. It means a lot to us, the growth we've been doing over the last couple of years here, and look to continue to. But yeah, let's talk about last week's game. How you guys feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. As you saw with the Buffalo Bills, Miami Dolphins. I think divisional games, even against lowly opponents like the Browns, like the Dolphins, can go a lot of different ways. And when you get stuck, that was our biggest fear coming into this game was that we were going to get stuck in some kind of rock and sock'em game that would favor the Browns, and I think that's exactly what happened. The Ravens found a way to persevere. Defense, a really thick play on 4th and 1 late in the game when they needed to have it. Saved the game, maybe saved the season. I thought it was phenomenal. What a win!
No, I agree. It's divisional, but it's 2 weeks of this type of offense that is not gonna fly. I mean, our red zone efficiency is just god awful right now. Last year we got in the red zone, mark it down. That's touchdown. This year, huh? Yeah, again, it works against the Vikings. Works against the Browns, even though it almost didn't. It could work against the Jets, but can't be giving up 6 points and settling for field goal after field goal. Both these last two games look like they started exactly the same. Like, here goes touch. Oh, field goal. Touch. No, field goal.
You know, while I agree with both of you, honestly. The Ravens, you would expect for their red zone offense with one of the best rushing attacks in the NFL to be a little bit better. But again, it's another win. Again, we started 1-5. That will never not be a factor in all this. So the fact that we're squeaking out wins against literally Myles Garrett, who literally is the Cleveland Browns defense, who fucked our lineup more times than I can count. I mean, again, we held our own. Our quarterback was under duress the whole game. The fact we squeaked that win out, Mark Andrews became the all-time receiving yards leader, passing Derek Mason. Again, these are all things that we can build upon. Yes, clean the shit up next week, but I'm glad for another win. We're at 50.
I'm never going to be angry to win. Just these wins, not going to be able to carry it. I mean, I'm not going to say we don't have the 2000 defense that could carry a team. Our defense is good. I mean, yeah, we shut the Browns down, but to be honest, it's the Browns' offense. They have 2 rookie quarterbacks. Yeah. I mean, it's like I said, just need to clean it up. We used to be good. Like I said, we have Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, and red zone should be nothing.
That's what it's 4 wins in a row, 3 on the road, and I think they've only given up. Was it 2, 3 touchdowns, maybe 1 touchdown defensively? I forget what the stat is, but it's a super low number. As bad as the offense has been in the red zone, the defense has been like equally as good, like the other side of the spectrum. And I think that it's been enough to beat some good teams. The Bears are a good team. They're winning the NFC North right now, and I think the offense will get there. I think it's taken some time to gel a little bit. I think Lamar may not be 100%. But also, I think they're looking at these opponents, and then we won these games. Now the stretch run's coming now, but I'm pretty optimistic that the defense is playing so well that we're going to be in all these games down the stretch.
No, agreed. And that defense is being led by Kyle Hamilton. These last few weeks, I think, have been Kyle Hamilton's breakout games. He's starting to get a lot of national attention, and rightfully so. Like Myles Garrett for the Browns, I think Kyle Hamilton is our anchor. He's the one holding it down. And playing at every fucking position again. To do that efficiently, to do it is one thing, but to do it efficiently and effectively and disrupt just the entire game of Dylan, Gabriel, and Shador, it was just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I think you can see the difference that the Ravens defense has been since they moved him out. They've been Gilman back there, and the difference has been incredible. And so to see how the defense has sort of responded with Kyle Hamilton at the heart of it. I think if it wasn't for Myles Garrett having an otherworldly year to include 4 more sacks on Sunday, he'd be 100% probably the defensive player of the year. I think he's the highest graded safety in the NFL. No one's done what he's been doing in decades, which is, the sacks, the forced fumbles, the defenses on the passes. Like, he's playing all 3 levels, and it's why the Ravens defense, I think, has made such sizable increases and improvements since the beginning of the year when they were literally the worst defense in the NFL. Yeah. Part of it might be, opponents, but at the end of the day, they're shutting teams out of the end zone. And that's how you win football games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, seriously. The defense is playing as good as they have ever been. And even stepping up with Awuzie, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Wow. Like, Brandon Stevens could never. When Marlon went down, typically you're like, oh, shit, here goes all-pro Marlon down. This sucks. Who's going to step up? Here we go. We got the answer, and it's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I think and that play at the end of the game where the one pass Shador had that was any good, incredible throw on the run. I think he'll probably have glimpses of that when he plays on Sunday. But for the most part, he was god-awful, and the Ravens made sure of it with the blitzes and everything. But what a throw and what a play to not get past interference in the end zone and just to make sure the ball was knocked away. Like, it saved the game. I mean, I trust the Ravens probably would have gone down and scored, but maybe not. I mean, the Rails may have gone for 2 and gotten it. Can you imagine that loss? So, I mean, I'm glad we stayed away from that narrative because that's a game we might have lost in week 1 or 2 or 3.
Yeah. Going back to Mark Andrews, though, obviously it's been the talk of the week. Probably a very highly trending topic all across the national media, the Hurricane Andrew. Andrews, 35-yard rushing touchdown on what looked like a play that probably, again, just one of the most well-executed plays I think I've seen the Ravens do. Every part of it, from Derrick Henry and Lamar going out to the left to distract Pat Ricard closing in on a block that just allowed Mark Andrews to run as fast as I've ever seen him run. Guys, that was fucking awesome. I can't tell you how many times I watched it.
I mean, I was surprised that it actually was that quickly that they had another variant. I thought we were going to have to wait, a few weeks. Like, they did the toss thing. Now they're going to not do that. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, wait. Lamar with Derrick Henry as a lead blocker would be terrifying in the first place. You got Derrick Henry not having to care about the ball and can just
running at you.
And then, like I said, no. So then the other way, you just got Patrick Ricard doing the same thing. And good old Charlie. Our man Charlie, another reason how are we bad at the red zone. We have 3 tight ends.
Mm-hmm.
But it is quite concerning that we have to go that deep into the bag of tricks just to get a 4th and 1. Like, and that's been honestly the issue all year.
You don't have a tight end, a quarterback like the Eagles that gets their ass shoved for a yard.
But at the end of the day, like 5-yard line, 3-yard line, 1-yard line, how many times did we just not get the ball? I mean, it was 3rd down, they couldn't get it. And then 4th down, they had to resolve to the Hurricane in this otherworldly play.
Well,
glad it worked. But
what do you expect when they have 2 fucking turnstiles fucking playing at guard?
Yeah.
I mean, you know what the clip I've seen a lot this week? Flaley standing in the middle of the field. Huh? Stop. No. Go over here, please. On the Hurricane, pretty sure Flaley was. Look at me. Look up over here. I think he just tries to distract him with his hands. Yeah, I get it. It's Myles Garrett. He makes everyone look like a baby. I mean, he's putting Rosengar on his ass with one hand. But even then, Flay's on blocking. I mean, Christ's sake. And then Harbaugh has the D say, oh, you put the best 5 out there.
I think that is the best 5 balls. That's the issue. I don't know if the dude they got from LSU.
There's no goddamn way.
I don't think Emery's ready, and I really don't think Ben Cleveland's good. I honestly think this is the top 5 that we've got, and it's an issue. It's a tissue, and I don't know how deep we're going to go in the playoffs with this O-line, but they've got time, and they're winning. So at the end of the day, they're getting away with it. They can't keep getting away with it.
Lamar's goddamn leg's about to fall off.
Also, he's not ready. He doesn't want to run.
3 weeks in a row. Now he's been some type of leg injury. It's just going down his leg.
He's also
hammy.
I think he's getting gun shy.
I'm still
Oh,
here.
he definitely is getting gun shy. I noticed that. He's staying in the pocket like, oh crap. Even though it's Myles Garrett, you can still run away from him. He's not even running backwards and going left and right anymore. It's a sack. Like he, one of Myles Garrett's first sacks, Lamar Lee rolled into him.
Yeah, and this is the first game ever that he's not had a touchdown in a game where he's thrown a pick, and he had 2 picks. One of them, not his fault, it bounced off Keaton Mitchell's hand for a touchdown. Really unfortunate. The other one being, the one that, bounced off the dude's butt and went up into the air, was picked, but
I
that was a bad throw.
I goddamn knew he was going to throw interceptions this game because too many people that week were talking about how Lamar doesn't throw interceptions. Everyone was saying he's only thrown 5 interceptions since the start of last year. He only has 1 this year. Oh, great. Here we go. Then the first, once the one off Mitch was like, oh, here we go.
Yep.
Saw that coming. I mean, once again, we can count and go, he has 7 interceptions. Maybe 2 of them arguably are his fault. Still, that's still impressive stat.
And then you couple it with the fumbled punt return, and then the fourth down jump by Hubble, where we should have got the field. Both of those led to field goals. That's how you end up almost losing to the Cleveland Browns. You give up points all kinds of different ways, and then you can't punch it in when you're in the end zone, in the red zone.
Yeah, absolutely insane. I'm interested in what's going on with Lamar. I wonder if he is playing injured. Again, we're seeing a lot of
practice. Practice today.
I think with the Jets on a Thursday game, I think and because it's the New York Jets, I think they're obviously taking it easy with a bunch of guys. Roquan didn't practice. Kyle Hamilton didn't practice today. Right?
I'm fine with the defense. This is almost as we don't like playing preseason game, but we almost might need to play. We need this. This could be a game where people get rest. I mean, rest is great, but we need to get on rhythm again. What were we doing before Lamar got hurt? We were scoring like our defense was crap then. Now we have our defense and offense is getting by.
Yeah.
This almost seems like a game we could at least get going and then rest them at the end if it goes well.
I think they just played Sunday. I think they're just getting an extra day of rest here, and then they turn around and they're going to have a pretty easy I mean, you're talking about a Bengals defense that's god awful too. I think that the teams they're just taking it relatively easy now, knowing what's coming after that. Physical game against the Steelers, physical game against the Packers, physical game against the Patriots.
Yeah, the short week is definitely going to play a factor. I do wonder if we end up I don't know. Like I do see this being a game where we could go up a lot, but again, you just never know. You can't bank on that. That's just not bankable. But the Jets are starting Tyrod Taylor. I didn't even know he was still playing.
I mean, honestly, I thought of that. I thought that too, but it seems like anytime we go against a Jets, like, we're playing a young rookie scrambling type quarterback. It's good. All of a sudden, he gets hurt. All right, then this veteran comes in and, oh, crap.
We know Tyrod Taylor, though. And I think more importantly, Quentin Williams had a great night for the Cowboys. Sauce Gardner is having a good season. Not for the Jets anymore, I think. And then another corner, unfortunately, got shot in New York. I just think that they're suffering defensively in a lot of different ways. I just think that the Ravens are going to be able to pass it. They're going to be able to run it. And I think you probably will see, Snoop in this football game by the fourth quarter. I think the Ravens will be up by four or five touchdowns. Just given how, they're probably going to give the defense is probably going to get some points in this one.
Yeah. I mean, one can only hope. Again, Thanksgiving night we play the Bengals. That's going to be a hard game in itself. I do wonder who's going to start for that one. I don't want to get too ahead, but I do wonder who we're going to see. Which Joe?
Or a Joe at all. My money's on Brown.
Jake.
I think Jake.
For me, I think it's going to depend on what they do this week.
Correct.
As people pointed out, the Steeler-Bengals game last week was almost a win-win for a Ravens fan because if the Bengals won and we won, we're tied for it. If the Steelers won, which they did, and we won, it's fine. We're still getting back, and that pushes the Bengals a little farther back. They lose one more week, and they're like, Yeah, God, we even if we went out, we're not doing this. Joe, your cost too much. Sit down.
Yep, 100%. And I think Joe Flacco is hitting that wall. Like, God bless him. I think he is banged up, obviously. When he fell on his shoulder last game, I think you could obviously see the difference. He's throwing pick sixes and stuff. And I just think he's just getting to that point where he's just not physically able to play. He's played every fucking game this year. Like, it's unbelievable. For the Browns, now the Bengals. So I just feel like he just isn't able to do that anymore. And now it's going to be a cold night in Baltimore, purple jerseys and everything. And I just think that if he ends up playing in that game, it's not going to go well because the Ravens are bringing all kinds of pressure. And I think we actually have a secondary that can run with these corners, with these receivers.
Yeah, Joe, what is he, 40 now?
41.
41.
Him and Aaron Rodgers, the good old Unk Bowl. I got to do that twice.
Yeah.
Right. old man Joe versus old man Rodgers.
Yeah, I just he's got to survive this game coming up, and then he's got to turn around in a short week. I just don't know how his body's going to respond. I honestly, to Ross's point, if they lose this week, why would you throw your $250 million quarterback if you don't have to? I think you just shut him down because what if he re-injures himself and he can't play at all next year? Like, easily could happen.
Yeah. I mean, again,
I think we have offensive line problems.
Yeah.
That's the, Can't wait to see the Ravens eat on that one. Other news, Bengals. Jamar Chase suspended. One game. Why
He's a liar.
Why couldn't
He's a big old liar.
Shut
I didn't spit on Jamar this video.
There's literally 8.
It's pretty obvious.
Man, yeah, that again, like you said, depending on what happens this weekend, they're not gonna have Jamar Chase. I, on the other hand, am super happy because I have T. Higgins on my fantasy team. So
somebody's going. Who do the Bengals play?
Who do
Patriots?
The Patriots, yes. That's gonna be.
I could see the Bengals winning that football game.
Really?
The only reason I say that is I'm actually not that in love with the Patriots offense. And the Bengals, even without Jamar Chase, I don't know. I just feel like they're gonna fuck around and they could win this game. I don't see it happening, but I can see a scenario where it does happen.
Defense is duty.
This is a Patriots team that struggled with the New York Jets until they didn't down the stretch in that game. Obviously, they have a divisional team.
Like I said, divisional game. That's
We
did that against the Browns.
Divisional games are hard to judge.
But I think
Miami beat Buffalo.
I'm just saying I mean, this isn't a weird NFL season. Everyone seemed to have lost to everybody.
Yeah.
So I just wouldn't be shocked. But at the same time, like, yeah, they're down Jamar Chase. If they had Chase, I'd feel a lot better about that prediction. And I also don't know about the health of Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
Flacco, little Jake, not from State Farm.
Fucking Jake from State Farm.
But if they're slinging the football like they did against the Pittsburgh Steelers 2 weeks ago, I don't see Drake May. He ain't Aaron Rodgers. Now, I know he's in the MVP consideration. I think it's because they're 9-2 and less so him.
Yeah. Like, again, the Patriots' record is more the star than Drake May. I mean, again, I'm not going to disrespect them because we do have to play them at some point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't want to. I'm not going to disrespect. They're 9-2. We're 5-5. Two different worlds. Moving on to the Browns, though, Shedeur Sanders somehow earned a starting spot. I guess they don't have.
Dylan Gabriel was dizzy.
He's dizzy.
That's why he left the game.
I was so pumped when he came in. So pumped.
I was cracking up because earlier in that game they were booing 5-yard completions or attempts from the game. As soon as their savior Shedeur comes in, he throws a 3-yard pass like, "Oh my God, this is amazing!" You just hated that pass a half ago. and his honestly, I think it actually definitely helped his mark because him scrambling just got him in trouble. Gabriel's like, no, get out of here.
People just Shedeur Sanders. He's the biggest thing in football for the most part. He was the talk of the NFL draft. He's Deion Sanders' kid. And I just think that they got the witness history. And I think it's like when Lamar came in, made his first start. I think everyone was just pumped about it. They fucking learned real quick, though, didn't they? Jesus. Like, I was so pumped. The Ravens were blitzing 6-5 guys at a time. He didn't know what the hell was happening. He got grown men coming at him. That's Van Noy. He's got a mortgage, kids and shit. Like, he's coming for that ass. Like, really? No, I mean, that's Kyle Hamilton. He's 6'4", 220. and he's 24, 25 years old. Like, that's a big they don't serve those kind of people in the Big 12. I'm sorry. That's a big difference.
There's also someone broke into his house.
Yeah, they did.
Playing a game, his house get broke into.
Jesus.
$20,000 worth of stolen merchandise from his hizzy. And meanwhile, he's getting sacked, he's fumbling it. Kyle Hamilton with a great blitz and sack, and he did this.
He did his thing. I had no idea what's going on.
The petty
later on, I was like, oh, that's your door celebration. I get it.
Yeah.
So funny.
At first, I'm like, what?
And he almost had an interception. It bounced right off his hand.
He cannot. He said himself he can't catch in Cleveland.
Yeah.
There's some. He said in some. I forgot some end of some interview he was doing. He's like, I guess I just can't catch in Cleveland. No, you cannot, sir.
His big day is coming, and he's already had big days. But like, there's gonna be days where he's gonna take one to the house, sack, force, fumble, pick up, take it. Like, it's coming, and it's probably coming against this Jets team that is playing with a new quarterback that's got nobody on the outside. I think their receivers hurt still. They've got nobody defensively, so they have to throw the football up and down the football field. It takes Breece Hall out of the game, and it's at home. And I'll be there. So.
We haven't met for a while.
Yeah,
it seems like it's been a while.
It's been.
And I like how I pointed out. I noticed. I was like, huh. We almost seems like close to a month without going there, and then bunch of us are going to be there within 2 times within 5 days.
Oh, it's insane! It's insane. It's gonna be a great game. Defense coming out of the tunnel. Roquan and Kyle Hamilton.
I think Michael Orr's supposed to be there.
Yep, Michael Orr. Yep.
Got the Frisbee dogs at halftime. Everyone loves Frisbee dogs.
Huh?
Everyone loves the Frisbee dogs.
Yeah, the Frisbee dogs.
We get Little John on Thanksgiving.
Shit, I don't even know if I'm gonna see a game this weekend. I don't know if it's gonna be televised.
I'm gonna be watching that.
I think probably not, because probably the nationally televised CBS game is gonna be Chiefs Colts, because it's Mahomes and Colts have a good record.
It'd be a good game though.
That's probably but that's why it's gonna be nationally televised.
There's no way
Ravens Jets or Colts Chiefs
ever.
Who are the Jets playing? National TV. Make it happen. 2 teams.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure we're not. Pretty sure we're getting like the BC crew. I don't even know.
Jeez,
I don't know who's gonna be.
We're gonna get Charles Davis.
Well, you know what? I don't care who we get, because I don't have to listen to him.
Right, I'll be in the fucking stands.
I get to listen to the stadium announcer guy talk.
Let's go Ravens.
Remember that one game the scoreboard didn't work? That was annoying.
Oh yeah, that shit sucked. That's when you knew shit was gonna be off.
It was weird. I'm like, I can't. What's the score? I don't know.
We'd lose that game.
Yeah, that was the Lions game.
Yeah,
I
was like Gerald. I was like, that's the Lions game. Gerald went to that game.
Yeah, like that shit was just weird out the jump. Yeah, no, it's gonna be a great one. Playing the Jets, nice little treat. Yeah, when you really think about their injury, like just how the holes that they have in their team, it's like shit. It's hard not to feel confident.
They traded to make their holes.
It's a must win, because you cannot lose to a Jets team. But this is the Jets team that we're getting them at the best time possible. Quarterback change. They've just traded away all their star players. They're coming off another tough loss. They're on the road. They're done. They're thinking about Cancun, Thanksgiving. The Ravens just got to take care of business and get out of there healthy.
Yeah,
we're finally getting the schedule the Steelers had to start the year. And we're taking advantage of it, right? 4 in a row, looking at 5 in a row. We were talking about this 5 weeks ago. Like, can you imagine if we got to the Bengals game at 6-5? We're looking right at opportunity. It's happening. If we beat the Bengals at home with 3-0 in the division and we're 7-5, that's mind blowing. We're talking about we're going to be flirting with a number 3 or 2 seed, depending on how these teams go for the Colts and stuff.
Like, shit looked so bleak a few weeks ago that it was almost like a part of your mind goes, pack it in. There's no fucking way.
Let's trade Mark Andrews. Let's trade Marlon Humphrey. Let's get what we can for Ricard. And instead, it's like, let's go make a trade for the Titans defensive end.
Yep. Let's get a Louis Gilman. Let's
I'll pick up.
Let's trade away.
trade away. You know, again,
I mean,
Away.
I think partially probably people think when they trade away, we're like, are we giving up? I mean, I know he's not, like a stud, but he's, I guess we're okay.
As soon as I realized what it meant for Kyle Hamilton, I was like, oh, baby.
Yes, and as we pointed out last week, if anyone thinks the Ravens can go with just 2 top safeties in the starting defense, they're just cuckoo.
Yeah,
we need 2 safeties plus Kyle Hamilton, whatever position he wants to be called.
Yeah, at this point, he's not even a safety. I think he's just a linebacker.
He's
to me,
he's a football player.
He's a nickel backer, as I call them in college football back in the day.
Yeah,
like those are the ones that are like you're too small to be a linebacker, you're too big to be safe. I'll put you in the middle somewhere. You can do a little both.
But he's so good. He's so smart and he's so quick. And I think he's sneaky strong. He's pushing people over at the line. He's doing the spin moves.
That's his favorite move.
But it's incredible. The spin moves and nuts, and then he's able to but he is playing back. You know, he's a big body back there. He can run with tight ends.
I mean, go from one side of the field to the other.
He's the best defensive player in Baltimore since Ed Reed and Ray Lewis, and I'm not sure it's really close. And he's going to be a first-time ball. We're going to have a conversation who's better, Ed Reed or Kyle Hamilton in the day.
At some point in a few years.
Value brought. Are you kidding me? Like, yeah, he doesn't have the gaudy interception numbers like Ed Reed, but everything else is off the charts.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's as most people say, he's a jack of all trades. He's a master of most of them also.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Palomalu is a good example of what he might be, kind of. Palomalu was never on the line that much.
No, exactly. And that's really the biggest thing to really give him. But Palomalu wasn't doing the line shit that Kyle does.
No, Palomalu was more known for the gun running from 20 yards back and timing the play perfectly. Kyle Hamilton is already 5 yards from the line of scrimmage before the snap. Palomalu is running from 20 yards deep before the snap and getting a full sprint at 5 yards.
Yeah.
I don't remember Palomalu running and shoving a guard one way and then tailing back quickly to go get the quarterback, confusing the hell out of the running back because he's like, oh, the guard's gonna block that guy. Oh crap! No, he didn't.
Putting your safety in like the B gap. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't. Again, you're running up against guards and corners. Like, again, I really don't think there's been a better defender since Ed Reed and Ray. And even then, I think Kyle's just contribution, give him a ring or two, he might overtake them. I wouldn't be surprised. Skill set wise.
I think the only thing missing from that resume really is the Player of the Year award. And I think this year he's not going to get it because Myles Garrett is having an otherworldly season, 12 sacks in 3 games. Like what? But I think we're gonna down the stretch. I think he's gonna finish second in that race. Because he's gonna put up. I think there's gonna be some special moments on tap again, some big games. They're probably going to make the Patriots game prime time. I wouldn't be shocked. I'm excited to see what he does on Thanksgiving night because that's when he tends to shine the brightest. Him and Lamar primetime games.
Yep, they are built for prime.
Yeah, that's really all that's missing from Kyle Hamilton's season. The big flashy play. He's doing everything great.
Yeah,
but he hasn't had the play like he had the one year against the Browns with the bat the ball at the line of scrimmage, catch it, go, run for touchdown.
Or the pick against the 49ers on Christmas night. You remember that one?
Yeah, it's the pick where he gets knocked down, runs over here, goes there, jumps. He still ends up getting the ball.
Oh, that was a great
He's doing everything great. He's blitzing. He's getting sacks. He's knocking the ball down. He has, like I said, he can't catch a Cleveland apparently, but he's a jack of all trades, and he's doing them all very well. He's just, as you said, Myles Garrett has the numbers. Defensive player will always be about the numbers, either a lot of interceptions or a lot of sacks.
I'll say this: if the Ravens end up going like 12-4 or 12-5 or whatever, and he ends up having 2 or 3 or 4 of those splash plays down the stretch and in prime time, like remember the Dolphins game? he might win Defensive Player of the Year. They might realize the value brought from a personnel standpoint and how well the Ravens played after they moved him, coupled with his performances, and maybe if he does it in games against the Packers and the Patriots and the Steelers,
I mean,
he may end up sneaking away with it. No different than maybe Josh Allen winning it last year over a Lamar Jackson 41 touchdown season.
I mean, that's essentially that's because that's almost what happened with Lamar with his second
his MVP. Yeah,
he had so many primetime games. Every week was against someone who supposedly was ahead of him in the MVP race. He's going against Tyreek, Purdy. Everyone's like, he's ahead of him. And Lamar's like, okay. I mean, that's everyone likes to point out, like, Lamar's numbers weren't great. Yeah, but look at his numbers against.
And it was the national stage. It was the 49ers in prime time. It was that kind of stuff. And I think it's different. Like, you're talking about a holiday game, Thanksgiving, and the Patriots 2 days before Christmas. And there's no way that game's not at least flexed to 4 o'clock. Like, it's going to be. If the Ravens are literally in position to win the AFC North, they will put that game in prime time.
I can see it. Without a doubt.
And I will be there.
Oh, yeah, because that's the last home game of the year.
Go.
Until
Yep. So we play the Chiefs in the opening round.
Chiefs or Bills?
Chiefs. Are you sure about that? Not at all. Yeah, game ball though. It goes to someone that we did not just have a total glaze fest to. Mark Andrews.
Someone who everyone wanted to get rid of a year and a half ago.
3 catches, 32 yards, 1 rush, 35 yards in a touchdown.
The Hurricane.
And the most yards receiving by a Ravens receiver ever.
And by
Derek Mason.
By most likely next week, if not the week before, he will lead in receptions.
Yep.
He's 7 behind. He's 7 behind once again, Derek Mason, which I'm kind of glad that it's finally going to be an actual drafted Raven. Is going to be leading those 3 categories.
Yep.
It's always kind of weird to see. No, Derek Mason. I mean, that's great, but
Derek Mason.
Can't we have? I'm fine. I'm glad. It's who needs to be on these record boards is drafted Ravens.
Yeah, Mark Andrews ain't going nowhere at this point. I think Lamar's not going to allow it. Number one, and also the records are on his side to keep him around. He's a staple.
They may let Isaiah.
I can see that
now because I think that the relationship it's like letting Kelsey walk. Like, why would you do it? Like,
oh yeah, no, I mean
Andrews has got another paycheck in him.
But now the more question is going to be is it's Likely and Collar, which one? Because I mean,
probably Likely.
I feel like Collar's walking.
Lamar's like, hey Lamar, we're going to get rid of Mark. No, you're not.
I can see Collar coming back on a cheap deal, but I think a number 3 tight end is going to thrive in this offense regardless because it's a big boil. I mean, it's like, you know what? They're blocking. They're getting open because no one cares that they're,
Well, hell, if we're letting Likely walk, if we keep Charlie, he'll be number 2.
Yeah, or they'll draft somebody.
I mean, I'm sure. I'm sure. No matter how many of them, unless we keep all 3, I almost guarantee we're drafting a tight end.
Yeah, 100%.
No matter, and maybe one that's more of a fullback S type. So just in case we have a backup for Lacard.
You know what though? I mean, as we saw Sunday, Mark Andrews does everything. You're not seeing Isaiah Likely doing tush pushes. You're not seeing Isaiah Likely, blocking down the field. I think he really is just a really big-bodied receiver at this point.
Which was a weird thing because last season they kept pulling Andrews to put in Likely and Collar on run plays.
Yeah. Part of that was the injury, though. He's coming off that really bad injury he had.
This is true.
So I think that's just the way it's going to be. He's still young, right? And I think he still has probably another payday in his future with the Ravens.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's really what Lamar Jackson wants at the end of the day. He's probably going to be like fucking number 89 every time.
Yeah, I mean, for some reason we just can't seem to figure out how to consistently get a 2 tight end offense.
I mean, don't look like we need one consistently. We have enough receivers now.
Yeah, but I mean, from what I've seen the last couple weeks, Lamar's sort of just kind of not getting anyone open lately.
Lamar,
or he ain't seeing it.
Well, he only has like 2 seconds to get rid of the fucking ball because you have the biggest goddamn door just swinging open every damn
I
play.
think
Get
no
out from the
Bateman.
middle of the pocket. He ain't leaving the pocket anymore either.
He's
No
in.
Bateman on Sunday, I think, impacted a little bit too. I think Zay Flowers was mostly doubled
Mm.
underneath. Hopkins ain't outrunning anybody. And so really Bateman, you saw him score that wide open touchdown against the Vikings. I think had we had Bateman, we probably would have had a touchdown.
Bateman should be. We don't have any injury report again. We're shooting
We
early.
haven't got all. No one played. Everyone's sit out. They're all tired. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. As of Wednesday, it's just it's up in
Wednesday,
the
a
air.
lot of people set out. A lot of people. What we got here? Oh, no Rashad, his ankle, shoulder, groin. Justice Hill was full with the toe. Humphrey was limited with his finger. No Lamar ankle, no likely calf, no Keon Martin ribs, no Roquan hamstring. Ronnie's sick, and Voorhees is hurt with a foot, so people might speculate that might be a foot injury to force a change at line without them doing it. But if not, one of our swinging doors is hurt.
That sucks.
We may or may not get a change whether we want it or not.
And again, like Jordan said, if Harbaugh's correct on that being the best five, who the fuck knows what's going on behind?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've seen Ben Cleveland for years now. He's never been able to fucking start on this team. And then Emery, love him to death, but he's a draft pick who's yet to, he's been hurt. And then, like, who knows how fast, I mean, we could play him and be like, oh, God, like, we've never seen the man play.
Yeah.
That was the same thing for Voorhees a year and a half ago, and I'm still like,
he's not a
around a lot of
shit. Yeah.
But also, he's got Ronnie Stanley on his left. And
okay, but like, yeah, but I mean, you got fucking Linderbaum and Miller trying to protect them both.
God bless Linderbaum.
God bless him. Yeah, I don't think the New York Jets will show us anything anyway. I think we're gonna have to wait.
I mean, honestly, then that sounds like the best time to see what Emory Jones can do if he's able to play.
Good call, Ross. Good call.
Not?
I think the next 2 weeks, because I think we're not going to see a really good run defense and a pass defense again until we play Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Unless Trey Hendrickson plays against us on Thanksgiving.
Oh, fuck Trey Hendrickson. Oh, man. Well, before we get out of here, any last thoughts, guys?
Lost in all of the terrible special teams play on Sunday was a very gritty, gutty, probably his best performance of the year from kicker Tyler Loop, who, given the wind and everything, he kicked really his first real game winner, if you ask me, and that was the game tying field goal, 46 yards, whatever it is. I mean, that's not an easy kick in the wind, on the road, unfamiliar grass, and he just did it. And so I just think that, I think moving on from Justin Tucker, it's worked out. They drafted this guy high, and he's worked out. And it also seems like he's figured out the kickoff thing. I don't think he's had a bad kickoff since like week 4. So it's unfortunate that we opened up against all those teams because I think a lot of perfect storms happened.
Yep. It's hard.
Everything with Loop was pretty good. So the only real minor blunder we had was Wester's first mistake at special teams. I mean, I like to be. They criticized him for fielding the ball inside. I was like, nah, I like that. Go get that.
And he returned it to the 20, yeah.
But that one, as soon as I saw him drifting to the left, I was like, get away from that damn. Oh crap! He touched the ball.
Yeah.
That went as he moved way too far. I'm like, stop.
But defense responds with the field goal.
That's fine. But like you said, we can't be doing that. Can't have little mistakes lead to big things. We just were playing the Browns. So like I said, he's young, learning. And then he kind of got to go over and console his old teammate. He sat on the bench with Shador. Probably like, hey, man, we beat you.
Yeah, Shador not getting up. You came in halfway through the game. I'm not high on this whole sitting on the bench and then your little best friend coming over. It's like, no, you get up, be a man about it, shake Lamar's hand, and keep it moving. Again, this wasn't your game to lose. Sure, you could have possibly won, but I don't know. To me, that's a semi-red flag. And I'm not a Shador hater. I really am not. But I really think when you have Lamar Jackson, who is literally one of the greatest quarterbacks in the NFL, probably in NFL history, and you don't go up and shake his hand as a rookie, like that's crazy to me.
No, Lamar's probably like, you bitch, you don't want to be my backup. I don't like
And
you.
Lamar, like,
Lamar was looking for him.
away
No,
from
is this?
Shador. I feel like there's been, dual threat athletic quarterbacks in the past, but he's made it like people want the next Lamar. And so that's why they're willing to take a Shador Sanders because of the skill set there.
Yeah.
Like I think you didn't see it as much before Cam Newton was like the one before Lamar, and he was massive. Like Lamar is that first wiry looking quarterback that can do it all. And now you've got, Cam Ward's coming in and all those guys and, Shador, like
I said, Lamar was really the first one where they were like, you should play wide receiver. You should do this. He's like, no.
Right.
And it came in and worked, and I was like, oh,
yeah,
okay.
100%.
That does work. Yeah, Cam was big. Everyone was like, okay, yeah, you can take it. You can be a quarterback. You're big. You're fine. You're not a little lanky little guy. But
I'd rather have Snoop than Shador. Like
easily.
It's unbelievable. And so I just think Shador has a lot of growing up to do, and to not even establish a friendship with Lamar is mind blowing to me.
Well,
like
we pointed out, he could have been his backup.
Because Lamar knows.
He supposedly said, "Nah, I don't want to go to the
That's
Ravens."
what it reminded me of too against the Browns. I mean, the Shador Sanders was so limited offensively, except to run the football and dump offs. It's up tight ends. Like that's what Lamar was his first year. Like they kid gloves. Occasionally, he had a big play, like a touchdown pass to Hurst against the Bills, but
that's probably going to happen when you got the center coming out and saying, "Yeah, we didn't even know what his cadences were." That was his first snaps with the first team all year.
Yeah,
it's not like you have with the Ravens. You had Flacco and Lamar as the backup. Yeah, Lamar's not going to be taking first team snaps. Right? You have two goddamn rookie quarterbacks in Cleveland.
That's wild.
How is that the first? That shows how much Kevin Stefanski's like, I don't want Shador here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to even let him get snapped. He's your backup quarterback.
And so honestly,
rookies.
No
trade him away then.
Yeah, I thought he played well considering all of that, honestly. Yeah. He had a throw to win the game, and it was a really good play by Uzier. We won't even have this conversation right now. We'd be talking about how we gave up yet another game in the back.
Lost to the goddamn Browns, but yeah.
Lost to Dion's jizz as.
We lost that game. We were talking about retiring his number in Cleveland.
Oh, man.
Tired is good.
Easily. Oh, God. Well, Ravens, Jets this weekend. Tyrod Taylor returns to Baltimore. And we won't be here next week because of the holiday. So a little bit of vacation. No. It's going to be a great game. Baltimore rocking on a Sunday. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and go Ravens, and happy Thanksgiving from our family to yours.